Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to do a shade comparison between 3 different products from NARS. We're going to go through the Radiant Creamy Concealer, the Light Reflecting Eye Brightener, and the Soft Matte Advanced Powder. I'm going to be comparing shades Light 2.6, which is Café con Leche, on the Radiant Creamy Concealer versus Medium 1, Custard. And then the Light Reflecting Eye Brightener, we're going to compare Goldeneye to Impossible Dream. And then for the Soft Matte Advanced Powder, we're going to compare Creek to Sunshore. So I'm going to do one side of each. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. Okay, so on the left side, my left, which is going to be this side, I'm going to do the lighter section of colors, and that's going to be Café con Leche, Goldeneye, and Creek. And then on the right side, this is my right eye right here, then we're going to do the next stage up in the shade range, which would be, for me, Medium 1, Impossible Dream, and Sunshore. Okay, before we get started doing the side-by-side comparison actually under the eye, I'm going to swatch each product right underneath my eye so you can see a side-by-side comparison of them individually like that. So we're starting out, oh, not that one. So we're starting out with Goldeneye on the left side, and that is the eye brightener. So I'm using a disposable to get a little bit on. Actually, I'm going to apply a lot onto this just to make sure that the color shows up. And I'm going to switch to another disposable, and we will do the same thing on the other side with Impossible Dream. And again, I am applying more product than you actually need, just so you can see the color more efficiently in comparison to my eye and my skin, since these are made to kind of make things look equal. So that is definitely a big difference, as you can see. So we've got Goldeneye here, and we have Impossible Dream here. Now, right next to these, we are going to swipe the concealers. So we've got Light 2.6, Café con Leche, in the Radiant Creamy on the left side, and I'm just going to take the product with the applicator, my personal product, and apply it in a streak right next to it. Now we're going to do the same thing with Custard Medium 1 on the right side. And last but not least, we are going to swatch those powders. So we've got Creek on the left side, and for this one, I'm just going to swatch it with my finger. Again, swatch doesn't equate to performance. However, we just want to see the color. And now on the right side, we are doing Sunshore. And I'm using a different finger. So on this side, it looks like we've got what's going to be, what will probably end up being more of a brightening effect. And on this side, we look like we have a little bit more color correcting from the eye brightener, and then more true to skin tone colors over here, potentially. We'll see. I don't know if you can tell the difference between Custard and Café con Leche, since they're not exactly side by side, but they're close enough. According to the NARS website, just in case you're wondering, the shade of foundation that I wear is medium 3 Stromboli. And according to their chart, my concealer for the face is supposed to be Custard medium 1. And then my under eye concealer is supposed to be light 2.6 Café con Leche. Let's go ahead and get to doing the actual product application, which is the fun part. I've got one brush for each side. I also have one powder puff for each side. We're going to start with the eye brightener. So I'm going to do Goldeneye on this side, which is the lighter side, my left. So here we have Goldeneye. We're going to apply it on my left side here, just to brighten, as the name suggests, the under eye area. And I'm going to take it down the side of my nose. We're going to make that upside down triangle because we want to see how much the product will spread. Looks like it's spreading really good from that dip. Now I'm not wearing anything else on my face. I'm not even wearing my normal skincare. Because I'm not doing a wear test, we just want to compare the shades. I did wash my face though, because we do want to start with clean canvas. Okay, so here we have it. We've got Goldeneye on this side here. I mean, definitely an improvement compared to here, but let's see if Impossible Dream does it better. Okay, so here we have it, Impossible Dream. And we've got our brush, and we're gonna go right on the inside. Goldeneye over here, Impossible Dream over here. I think this side looks a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and I think this side looks more color corrected. But we'll go ahead and keep on with our shade comparisons. So now I'm doing Café con Leche Light 2.6 on this eye on top of Goldeneye. So I'm going to do 3 little dots. 1, 2, 3. And then I always like to tap it in with my finger. I'm going to use my middle finger and tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 just tapping it in. And I'm blending from out to in because I have more darkness here than I do here. Okay, so next we're going to do Custard medium 1 on the right eye on top of Impossible Dream. Same thing, 3 little dots. And those are my personal products, not products from my pro kit, just in case you're wondering. Ring finger, and we're gonna press and tap, tap and press, because we don't want to disturb the product underneath. And there we have it. We've got Custard medium 1 on this eye. So let's go right and left. And up and down. Notice how you can see different spots that are darker depending on which way you turn your head. So straight on versus from the side. This is why we always say that lighting and angles are everything, because right here, the left side looks basically perfect. But if I keep turning and tilt down, you can start to see the darkness right here. If I tilt up, the darkness disappears. If I turn, you start seeing the darkness here. So basically, anytime you move into a direction of shadow where the light is not directly hitting on you, that's where you're going to start to see the darkness. It doesn't necessarily mean that the product is not working, but you move yourself into a shadow, the shadow is going to reflect. That's why a lot of influencers and content creators have lots of lights versus just, straight on. They'll have a light here and a light here, because then no matter where they turn, you won't see any of the differences. Because again, and here's the right eye, we're turning. So straight on, it looks perfect. And we turn into the shadow and we start to see the light here, or the darkness here. We look down, darkness gets worse. We look up, darkness gets better. We start turning and darkness starts appearing on the side again. Okay, let's move on and check out those powders. So I've got 2 of these soft matte advanced powders. My girl Shawnee loves these, and so I eventually, of course, had to buy them because whatever she has, I have to have, and vice versa, with the exception of a few different brands that, just because everyone's got their preferences. So on the left side, we've got Creek, and then on the right side, we've got Sunshore. Do Creek on the left side, because this is the lighter shades for the shade comparison. I love, by the way, that the puffs and poofs are coming back into trend again. This is one of the trends that I'm so glad is actually coming back, because we used to use these a long time ago in makeup, and it was it applied makeup so well, and then at some point in time everyone just veered away from them and just started using brushes for everything. And you underestimate the power of a good puff. And our compacts used to come with them, and they were just like these ones that they are charging $12, $20, $30 for. Anyway, I digress. So, left eye, I'm going to turn this way and turn down so you can watch. And, pressed powders aren't typically the best to set under eyes with. They tend to be just a little bit heavier than loose powders. Tend to, not always. And we are applying it all the places that we applied our brightener and concealer, because we want to set it real nice and well. We want to set ourselves up for success. Now, we've used this puff on our left. I'm going to use this puff on my right, and we're going with Sunshore. And I dip the puff into the compact, and then I rub it on the back of my hand just to make sure it's all nice and evenly dispersed and there's not giant chunks hiding anywhere, because we want an even application. And we're going to turn left and down so you can see that darkness and see if the powder makes any difference. Okay, so the powder definitely adds an extra layer of coverage. Okay, so I'm looking straight ahead. This is where we are. Now I'm going to start turning right to left. So I'm turning to my right first. I'm going to look down. I'm going to look up. Straight on again. Now I'm looking towards my left. Looking down. Looking up. And straight ahead. Now, I think both sides work, to be quite honest. I think this one looks a little bit brighter and blends into my skin more naturally. Maybe a little bit lighter. Because this one also looks like it blends into my skin really well as well. I just think this side looks me a little bit brighter, and this one has more of the color correction versus brightening, probably because that's how we started with our base. Alrighty, let's go ahead and recap. We've got the NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener. We've got Goldeneye on this side. We've got Impossible Dream on this side. We also have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. We have Light 2.6 Café con Leche on this side. And then we have Medium 1 Custard on this side. Last but not least, we set our under eye with the Soft Matte Advanced Powders. We've got, here we go. We've got Creek on this side. And then we've got Sunshore on this side. Now, you know what? I really can't tell which side I like more. Let me get the 10 times mirror. Okay, if I'm looking in the 10 times magnification mirror, the 10 times, I prefer this side. I'm looking in the regular mirror. Yes. If I'm looking in the 10 times magnification mirror, I definitely prefer the left side because it looks more natural. It looks like something I could wear just as is if I am not going to put on any other makeup and I just want to look awake before I leave the house, which you'd think that you don't need 3 products to look awake, but I have sleep issues. Some of them are cat induced. Some of them are Jessa induced. Some of them are my neighbors like cutting down trees with chainsaws at odd hours. So there you go. But, you know, I could do this on both sides in lickety split, like 2 to 3 minutes tops, because I would probably use my fingers for everything except for the makeup puff. Now, y'all might wonder, like, which color you should get. And, you know, that's part of the reason why I was doing this shade comparison, because I was wondering which color I should get. In Jessa's ideal world, I would have both sets of colors. You know, I would keep each set because I, like many other people who live in Florida and any other sunny part of the world, my skin has a range that it is throughout the year, from the deepest of winter to the deepest part of summer, you know? And I don't mean deep as in skin tone. I mean deep as in the coldest part of winter where I don't even leave my house. Like, all the lights are off because that's how cold and depressing it is. And then the deepest part of summer, meeting when it's light and bright outside and it's so hot and sweaty that the only people who are leaving their houses are the people who are here on vacation in an Airbnb. Because us locals don't do that. We live in this. But I would want both. If I was and it's January, so we are a little into, we're pretty much in full winter skin color mode at this point for me. So this side would be definitely better for this part of the year. So I would definitely, for me, in the wintertime, stick with these colors. Now in the summertime, I probably would end up using more of these colors, but it's not summertime, so we don't know. But I could probably use either one year round. However, right now, in the wintertime, I am preferring this side with these colors. And for reference, I am a medium skin tone with olive undertones, and I have normal to combination skin, which I prep differently throughout the year depending on what my skin tells me that it needs. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. I also have a few of my different foundation and concealer shades that I wear listed in the description box below as well, just in case you are a shade twin, you can kind of see where you're at. But if you are a shade twin with me, I would go either way. I'm sure you could wear this year round and it would just be lighter and brighter. During the summertime, you might get more of that like full glam effect. And then during the summer, this might give you a little bit more natural, but again, nitty gritty little details. If you're wondering which of these two you should get, hopefully this video has been helpful for you. I hope you all have a wonderful week, a wonderful 2024, a wonderful month, all the things. Give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I love you all.